Rockall is in 1. In 2, you have New Forest. In blue. In 3, you have Esher Primary. In red. In 4, you have Angels. In that blue. In 5, Harborview. In 6, John Mills. In 7, Dalvey. And in 8, you have Wakefield. The form team, Angels, in 4. They had a time of 1:49. This 0.32 seconds. You have to look at that team, but also doing well out in lane 6, John Mills. Qualified the time of 1:59.17 seconds. But Wakefield with a time of 1:59.21 has been doing well this season and is doing well on this first leg. Wakefield and Harborview on the advantage here for this first exchange. It's going to be Harborview. Poor exchange by Harborview, who was about to hand over the baton in the top position. So Harborview has dropped back. So going back to Wakefield out in lane 8. In lane 4, it looks to be Angels, the favorite, with a time of 1:49 seconds, the 32. Angel with a slight advantage. Wakefield in second, but here comes Harborview on the second leg. On the outside of Harborview is John Mills. Is Angels, Harborview, John Mills, and Wakefield. That's a position on this penultimate exchange. Angels ahead of Harborview. Outside of Harborview is John Mills in third. Then followed by Wakefield in fourth. So it's Angels flying on the backstretch on the third leg. Harborview, who is in second. John Mills is in third. For the final exchange, it's all about Angels. They're from St. Catherine. Poor exchange again from Harborview. Poor exchange again from Harborview. John Mills is in third. So Angels out in front, followed by Harborview. Here comes Harborview with about 60 meters to go. They're trying to cut the deficit. The trying has become a reality. It is Harborview in second and Angels first. It's Angels at Harborview. 1:51.14 seconds. Impressive time. Impressive time.
Very impressive time. And I think that when you look at the performance, you could see Harborview coming through second, finishing very, very strong. They wanted to make sure that they're not just an automatic qualifier, but maybe having a good time to be placed in a very good lane. But really good running from these youngsters. You're seeing the work being shown once they cross the line. Everyone is bent over. But another good day, like I said, for these youngsters, Sean, and they are really showing why they're here from their regionals.
1:51.12 for Angels. Harborview second. We'll tell you Harborview's time in a very short while. 1:51 for Angels, taking the top spot. Harborview 1:51.39 seconds. Esher is third, 1:57.30. But just the top two automatically qualifying through to the final. This is the first of 3 heats, though. And the Angels, who were the favorite into this heat, the 1:49 seconds clocking, ran a slower time but advanced after winning that heat. Prashana.
Yeah, the most important thing. So it's top 2 from each heat. The next 2 best times that will be vying for the gold medal come tomorrow. So Angels were fortunate to ensure that they cross that line first. So we await the start now for the second heat, which will feature Brompton Primary, Bethel, Flankers, Nagahead, St. Richards, Windward Road, Belmont Park, and Halfway Tree. So let us see if all the boys are here.
So we don't see anyone in lane 2, and that should have been Bethel. Flankers in 3. Nagahead at a time of 1:49.86 seconds. They're in lane 4. In lane 5, you have St. Richards. And they're making some adjustments there. And in 5, St. Richards. In 6, Windward Road, 1:58.42 seconds. That was their qualifying time. And Belmont Park, 2:00.77. Halfway Tree in lane 8, 1:59.92 seconds. But Nagahead, who is in lane 4, is the big favorite to advance with that time of 1:49.
Yeah, Knucklehead, St. Richard's also there. Good timing. Windward Road. And the Flankers, a school from Montego Bay, the St. James End. So I think overall, Sean, this just might be the fast, or should be the fast race. All being well, it's relay, they're children, so they just might struggle a little bit getting the baton around, but let's just see. They go to their marks.
7 teams facing the starter. Brompton in 1, Flankers in 3, Knucklehead 4, St. Richard's 5. Oh, St. Richard's coming out of the blocks there. St. Richard's going ahead of the gun. The recall was made though.
Maybe nervous. You and I spoke at length yesterday about some of these youngsters, first time, or maybe second time back at the primary championships competing inside the stadium. But let's see if they're thrown out. They're cautioned.
Card.
Yes.
Yellow card. I was wondering if a red card would come out though.
No need.
But what if he does it again?
Well, then it can be issued at that time.
Yesterday, a young lady false started twice, but she was in class 3, class 4.
Class 4. Yeah, 6-year-olds. So they go to their marks once again. So
the athletes for the boys open 4x2. The second heat of 3. A reminder, Brompton, Flankers, Knucklehead, St. Richard's, Windward Road, Belmont and halfway tree. Out in lane 7, Belmont Park, gaining somewhat in halfway tree. On the inside of Belmont, it's Windward Road. Inside of Windward Road is St. Richard's in lane 5. So Windward Road, St. Richard's, and Knucklehead. That's the top 3 at the present time. Windward Road coming off that bend. They're in the top position. And inside of Windward Road is St. Richard's. That's the top 2 at the present time. In third position is Knucklehead. So it's Windward Road, who had a qualifying time of 1:58.42 seconds, just ahead of St. Richard. No, St. Richard now passes Windward Road on the inside of St. Richard's in Knucklehead. So it's between St. Richard's and Knucklehead. St. Richard's first, Knucklehead second, Windward Road third.
Good changes we're seeing so far, Sean. St. Richard's really smooth the baton changes.
Well, let's see what Knucklehead, who is in second place, what they can do. Windward Road is in third. St. Richard's out in front on this penultimate leg. Ahead of Knucklehead. It's St. Richard's out in front. Knucklehead slowing up somewhat in second, and Windward Road is coming back for that second position on the final exchange. St. Richard's. Oh, Knucklehead dropped the baton. Are they going to be disqualified? We're going to tell you why. And then Windward Road is sticking to that second position. But St. Richard's coming around the bend for the final time. It's more than 4x2. This is the penultimate heat. It is St. Richard's. Here comes now Knucklehead, who have the time of 1:49 seconds. Windward Road, they're in third. But St. Richard's. And here comes Flankers. Flankers are still in that third position. But it's all about St. Richard's ahead of Knucklehead. 1:49.53 seconds. And Flankers is third, followed by Windward Road in fourth. St. Richard's time is 1:49.53 seconds. Knucklehead, the favorite, second, 1:51.12. Third is Flankers, 1:52.53 seconds. And fourth to be Windward Road, 1:53.30 seconds. You're smiling though. I'm going to tell you something though. On that final leg, the baton fell.
Yeah.
Normally, when an exchange is happening between two individuals and the baton fall, the person who's giving it
should be the one
to take it up and give it back to the person, if the person did not have a good hold on it. But that did not happen a while ago. The ankle leg person took it up and ran.
While I am all about the rules,
I'm just saying.
I know people are locked in, right? But listen, I'm not saying to bend the rules. However, sometimes we should want to ensure that the rules are known to these youngsters. I told you yesterday about these youngsters being sponges and the information that should be given to them by coaches and even so the officials. Remember yesterday I told you, we saw Babsy Magawan, one of the officials. He kept saying to the athletes, hands behind the lines, showing them at the start. You saw that as well at the start of the 100 meters, what to do. We can't assume all athletes, especially at this stage, are aware of some of the rules. That's all I'm going to say on that.
I know they're not. And I don't think, I don't say.
I know
I
you
didn't
don't say.
that they should be disqualified.
I
I'm
know
not
you
saying
didn't.
that.
But for those those listening,
But if
just
they
to
are,
educate,
but if they are,
that's the reason.
that will be the reason. I'm just saying that. Can I just say that?
Sure, you can.
Okay,
Yes, you
so
can.
if they are disqualified,
that would be the reason. Yes, the incoming athlete was not the one that took up the baton and made the pass. Yeah, but good sprinting, good sprinting from the youngsters, all three. Nuggerhead, St. Richards, Windward Road really tried to make a good comeback, and those were the expected schools to do well in that event. We go now to Heat 3. They're on track, and we're seeing Lane 1, which is Salt Savannah. No, yes, there is 2. Ewerton Primary. In 3, Carnaldi. In 4, Greater Portmore. No athlete in 5 should be Glen Stewart. In 6 is Frank Field Primary. In 7, New Providence. And out in 8, Jericho.
So in terms of the best qualifiers, Greater Portmore, the fastest qualifier. Greater Portmore, 1 minute 50.22 seconds. That's Greater Portmore's qualifying time. As we see lane 5, Glenn Stewart missing in action at this championships. We do hope that they're okay. Greater Portmore, there's a parent down there, the Greater Portmore track team. I like their shirt though. If you look down in the grandstand, I know the camera can't see or
yes,
can't see. The Greater Portmore, the parents have Greater Portmore track team.
Yes, so they have their shirts, and a number of them, they made their way in. When I was on the way here, I saw them coming in, and they're excited. The support, Sean, you ran at prep school. What the support of parents and teachers and guardians means to a lot of these children. And while sports is about winning, it's also not all the time. You have to encourage them, even if they're not crossing the line first.
Well, that is true.
Yeah.
That is absolutely true. However, some parents, though, are very passionate more so than the athletes.
Aren't they? They do get ahead of themselves, but it's all in good for most. It's all for goodwill,
And some parents are more disappointed if their child don't make it to the next round.
I know they're so devastated.
Finish the race, finish 4th or 5th, and come in the stands and play. And the parent will be salted for the entire
all day. The children having fun with it.
Do you know why?
You tell me. I don't want to guess.
Because they were showing off to their friends that my son or daughter is going to be running and going to be winning at champs.
Well, I mean, I would be disappointed if I did that too. But no, I love to see the support from the parents, the teachers, and also the guardians. And you have some parents, their friends do support. So big up the entire support system for student athletes at all stages.
I don't like the breeze blowing over the national stadium. I love breeze though, but this breeze normally comes with some rain.
Yes, and for these youngsters. And for these youngsters, it can be tough to navigate. But, I've learned something. You talk about the breeze, and we encountered it yesterday when it was very windy.
Yeah.
And we saw the sprinters in the 400, the 300 meters, and also the 60 meters, how they handled themselves very well. And I think we have learned that. You see how we become concerned as journalists watching them, how parents and others say, Lord, it's a windy, it's a rain. They manage just fine. They compete in anything and do well.
Well, let's see what happens here. The third and final heat, boys 4x2 open. A reminder of the teams. Salt Savannah in 1, Ewerton is in 2. You have Carnaldi in 3. And the favorite, Greater Portmore in 4. In 6, you have Frankfield. 7, New Providence. And 8 is Jericho. New Providence gets out well. On the inside of New Providence is Frankfield, who seem like they're not moving at all. Inside of Frankfield is Greater Portmore in the full yellow. But going in the lane 7 is New Providence, who has gained on Jericho, who is in lane 8. New Providence seems like they want to hand over the baton in the top position, but it looks to me like in lane 3, Carnaldi handing over the baton in the top position on the outside of Carnaldi is Greater Portmore. On the second leg is New Providence going by Jericho. New Providence out in front. Jericho in second position. Now moving well. It is Greater Portmore, the team that qualified with a time of 150.22 seconds. Greater Portmore, based on the stagger, is hustling somewhat. with a New Providence. It's going to be Greater Portmore handing over the baton in the top position. Inside Coronado, followed by New Providence. That's the top three. Moving in lane 6 in the Frank Field. Not allowing a New Providence to go too far, but moving well. It's Greater Portmore on this penultimate leg. On the inside of Greater Portmore, it's into Coronado, who's in that second position, but he's moving away from Coronado on this penultimate leg. It's Greater Portmore, Coronado, who's in second position. In the third, looks to me like a New Providence, and Frankfield also there, but Frankfield in front of New Providence. So, but the top of the pack reads Greater Portmore. Greater Portmore cruising around the bend. Coronado is in second position, and it's Frankfield in third. But Greater Portmore cruising home, the favorite, the time of 150.22 seconds, cruising home to the final. They're bouncing home with a time of 153.08 seconds. Coronado is second, and looks to me like Frankfield is third. 153.08 seconds for Greater Portmore. 153.10 for Greater Portmore. Coronado is second, 154.30. And I think though that Frankfield came third. Yes, they did. 154.83 seconds. Your thoughts of what you just witnessed, the third and the final heat in the Boys Open 4x2.
Really good running. Again, I think Greater Portmore, very well coached. We have to big up Oral Wilby. Yeah, he has done a tremendous job, with this team. And I think that it's showing all around their performances since yesterday and even at the regional. Also, Coronado looked very good. The changes, I think, would have impacted them a bit to maybe wanting to finish a little closer to Greater Portmore. But the job is done, and that's the most important thing, like I've been saying, for these youngsters. So top two, each heat the next two best times. Once you secure that automatic spot, you have done half the work. Come tomorrow for the final, you do the other half.